guys, so welcome back to my channel. This is Meg Manages Money, and today we're going to be talking debts. You may have seen my last video, which was a catch up and a bit of a chatty one over what's happened between December and January this year, talking about my budget and what I've spent. In this video we're going to be talking about my debts. So in the last video I did briefly discuss my life changes, what's happened, but if you don't know, basically previously in 2022 I had this channel. I was in a relationship, I owned a house with my partner, and now I'm on my own with my dog, and things have changed a lot. So we did previously have a consolidation loan, which if you've seen the channel before I did talk about, but now I've got my own debts. So I did start the year debt free, which was really fun, and I'd used money that I'd got from selling the house to pay off my debts. That didn't last very long. Basically I had a high credit limit on my credit card. Whenever I needed anything for the house, I would just put it on my credit card. Basically my wages when I was at my retail job, I was earning, the highest was 1,200 a month. Then when I got my new job in January, I was bumped up to around 1,600. I'm now sitting around 1,700. I did get a bit of an increase there halfway through the year, and because of that I felt like I had more money to spend. I didn't consider the fact that I was now financially on my own in terms of I had to pay all of my bills. I didn't have any other incomes coming into the household. That's kind of a bit of a brief backstory as to what has happened, how we've got here. But today I just wanted to talk in detail about what I've put towards my debts from the 20th of December until the 20th of January. I've wrote the wrong date up there for some reason. Basically today it's the 15th of January 2024, and this is currently where we're at. So this book here is from Rainbow Budgets. I still haven't checked if she is still producing these or not, but if she is, I will certainly get a link down in the description if you are interested in the book here. It's really lovely, it's really nice quality paper. I love that it's ring bound. It's a fabulous book and I can't fault it, and it's been sitting in the cupboard for a year. So let's get started. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom you guys in a little bit. So basically on this page you're able to write down what payments you made towards your debts. I'm going to just highlight at the side the ones that were my minimum payments, just so as you know what I've paid extra. Okay, so I've just put five little dots on the ones that were my minimum payments. I budgeted for those payments. So basically the first one is Vanquis. When I'm talking about my credit, I am going to tell you what my actual credit limits are as well on these cards, just so you get a rough idea of where we're at in terms of moving forward and the progress that we're making. So I'll discuss that when we do the debt overview. For now, for Vanquis I paid £60, PayPal in 3 I paid £141.72, Capital One I paid £145.96, Argos £183.74. So Argos is a Argos credit. I had 0% interest until March, so because I got a bonus in December I did put more money towards that, so I just didn't start accruing interest in March. The Capital One I paid another payment of £145.96 just as an additional payment. My PayPal credit was £38.74. Last month I'd missed a payment, which I did not realise that the direct debit hadn't gone through, so that was double the payment that I was expecting. I've got Klarna for £36.43. That was for concert tickets and I don't want to hear anything about it. And then Capital One, I just paid an extra £10 because I felt like it. So the total amount that I paid towards my debts from December to January was £762.55. When we go down to this yellow section, so this section here is just all of the debts that I have that are on my bank account. So I do also have 2 family debts that are not, they don't have an urgency of getting those funds back, but I am going to be putting money into a sinking fund to be able to provide those funds to my family members. I've got £400 to my gran and granda and £390 to my dad. So both of them I will include in next month's. I've just not included them here in the total. So the first debt I've got here is Argos, so that was £554.08 starting balance, and I ended with £70.31 34 pence, sorry. So I've got interest free until March, like I said. So when I get my January pay and my February pay, I'm going to just make a £35 payment and get that one gone. So what we're hoping is to get that debt cleared, so then I can start putting further funds to my other debts. Capital One, that credit card is one that I have a credit limit of £2,500. I started December with £2,550.70, so I was over my credit limit, which I did get charged for. So when I paid the extra, like I paid 2 larger payments and an extra £10, it's not actually made too much of a difference to the card, but the card is now sitting at £2,380.10. This is my next priority, this Capital One loan. I want to get all of my credit down below the 50% mark to increase my credit score. Depending on where I'm at, once I get to those 50%, I may just continue doing it as a snowball method, but that's the way that we're starting, as the snowball method. My overdraft on my main bank account is £1,400, and the ending balance is £1,364.46. I do not currently have overdraft fees on this account because I did contact the bank and let them know that I was struggling with my financial situation. So if you're out there and you're also struggling, it is something that I would definitely recommend that you do. Regardless of what bank that you have, they do have support in place to be able to stop your overdraft fees just for a little bit. The other overdraft that I've got here is only £250. The balance is currently £245.44. My PayPal credit was £417.59, and it ended January with £404.49. My credit limit for PayPal is £450, so it's not much under. I'm trying to get that lower as well. My Vanquis credit card start balance was £1,244.77. My credit limit for that one is £1,200. So again, I was over my credit limit. I had been charged for being over, and hence me making extra payments didn't make the biggest of difference. The end balance for my Vanquis account is £1,091.82, so that one is actually not doing too bad. I've put that one at number 5 of my priority. Just in terms of my priority, the Argos one is number 1, just so I don't get any interest charges. I want to just get that one out the way. Next, I'm focused on my Capital One. I then want to tackle the £250 overdraft because I am getting overdraft fees on that account. I would rather just get it gone. Then I'm looking to focus on my big overdraft, which is the £1,400. Following that, it would be the Vanquis account, and then the PayPal credit. The other debts that I've got here is PayPal paying 3, so I had £141.72 to pay, and I paid that off from January to December. So I do have one of my debts now completed. Do apologise for the dog barking. I've then got my Klarna payment, which in total is £327.85. That was for concert tickets. I made the standard payment. Again, I'm not getting charged interest on this, so this is the last debt that I'm focused on tackling. This debt should be over within 9 months, which I will not have completed these ones in 9 months, so I'm quite happy to just pay the minimum payment and not try and get that one gone any quicker, just because there is zero interest on that one. So in terms of my digital debt, the balance at the 20th of December, was £6,586.71. I ended the 20th of January with £5,848.07. So my payments have made a difference of £697.37, which is I'm really happy with. I've stuck to my plan. I paid off the extra payments that I wanted to make, and I'm happy that I've started to make a bit of a dent on my debt. Just at the bottom of the sheet here, it does have like my progress. So in terms of the percentage, I have paid 10.58% of my debts, and in terms of in relation to my income, I used 31% of my income to put towards debt, and again, that's a figure that I'm pretty happy with. It's something that I would like to continue moving forward. The good thing is that we've got PayPal and 3 completed, so that was £141.72 that I now have free, and once we get the Argos balance gone, it's more money that I would have been putting aside that I then have free to be able to put towards these larger debts. I'm feeling pretty confident that I'll be able to tackle this. I know it's a lot, £6,500 is a lot of money, but we're already in the £5,000 area. I don't actually have any sort of goals yet in terms of what I'm going to be doing for my January pay. I am going to do a budget with me for my January pay, so we can have a breakdown as to where I'm going to be putting my money. In terms of this other page on the other side, it is a savings breakdown. So just to show you guys like where I'm at currently, my total savings that I have is £202 that I've got put aside for Dublin. I've just wrote down these other categories with some goals here. These goals are not set in stone. Depending on how I feel, the priority might also change. This has just been like how I was feeling when I filled out this sheet, what I felt was an okay goal. In terms of me putting priority, I'm not doing it where I need to have 500 in Luna before I can move on to the house to get 500. I'm not doing my savings like that. I'm going to try and split my savings across these categories, with a main focus being on Dublin and emergency, and then following that these would just have a small amount building up over time. At the moment, that's what my goal is. I am going to get my like my savings binder all sorted. It's still got everything that I used to have in here, so my old Christmas tracker is still filled in, so I do need to sit and properly go through my my savings binders just so I can get it sorted for 2024. I'm feeling pretty confident with the budget that I've done that it is doable moving forward, so it is something that I'm looking forward to. In the next video, it's going to be a January budget with me, so you can see what my budget is for my January payday. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions like about my debt, what my plans are, what I spent the money on maybe, I don't know. If you do have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them down below. And I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. All right, take care. Bye bye guys. Bye.